Can Spencer Lee win a world title, his first senior world gold this September at the UWW World Championships? That's the question I'm going to try to answer in this 57 kilogram Worlds preview. Now, first thing you should know, this weight class is going down September 14th and 15th in Croatia. You can watch every match live on FloWrestling. I'm going to give you the breakdown of this weight class and how it will potentially impact Spencer Lee and his performance. Now, there's some other Americans that you should have your eye on. Two very, very familiar names, both national champions. One, Mexico's Roman Bravo Young. Now, he was a national champion at Penn State. He now trains at Oklahoma State, represents Mexico. We'll get into his path, his draw, and what he's been able to prove, as well as Darian Cruz, an Olympian, a Lehigh national champion representing Puerto Rico, is also in the field here at 57 kilograms. Now for Spencer Lee, last year, Olympic silver medal. He lost to only one man, Japan's Rei Higuchi. Now, for Spencer Lee, Rei Higuchi is not in this field. He's not wrestling this year, so you don't have to worry about Rei Higuchi. And even Masanosuke Ono, who beat Spencer at FloWrestling Night in America, he's not wrestling either. So as far as the most recent wrestlers to beat Spencer Lee, none of them are to be found. So who really stands in his way? That's what we're going to get into. So as you look at the seeds here, you've got Spencer Lee's the 1. You've got Abdullayev from Uzbekistan. He's the 2 seed. That's someone that Spencer Lee has already teched. You've got Aman from India, the 3 seed. All those guys are opposite of Spencer Lee. Now, the 4 seed, a name we know well, Roman Bravo Young. These two have wrestled in freestyle. They wrestled earlier this year. It was a 6-3 win for Spencer Lee. Spencer Lee got up 6-0 and then sort of coasted to that win. Roman was able to get 3 points, which a 6-3 win for Spencer Lee, that's a good result for Roman Bravo Young, right? And now for Spencer Lee, who we saw beat Luke Lillidahl in Final X, he said, if people could see what I do in practice, if people could see how much I'm shooting, how much I'm scoring, I'm like a completely different wrestler from when I compete. So the message there is, I'm a monster in practice. I can score all these points. Now, it's interesting to hear Spencer say that because he scores so many points in his matches as well. But it seems like Spencer is working to unlock all of his offensive potential and put it on full display here at the World Championships. And I really believe that's probably what we are going to see from Spencer Lee. I think this is going to be the best Spencer Lee. The videos of him online, his training, he's gotten bigger, more muscular, able to put more focus since he's been healthy on that weight training. So, seeding wise, his potential path that he's going to have Kyrgyzstan likely in his quarterfinal match. His semi will be either Roman Bravo Young or Guinea-Bissau wrestler who is good but should not be able to beat Roman Bravo Young. But it's the unseeded guys that you have to keep an eye on. And these guys could be anywhere. They could be Spencer Lee's first round match. So some of the better unseeded guys. You got Russia's Mektikhanov. Now, if that name's familiar to you, 1, you must watch a lot of wrestling, but 2, you may remember he just wrestled Luke Lillidahl to a very, very close match. It looked like Luke was going to win. He was winning a lot of the match. Mektikhanov's tricky. He's good. He's Russia's number 1, and he should be respected. But when you consider how Spencer beat Luke Lillidahl and how competitive Luke was with Mektikhanov, it feels like a good matchup for Spencer Lee. Other unseeded, North Korea's Chong Song Han. Very good defensively, extremely powerful. Not much is known about this guy except he won Asians. That's a very, very tough weight. You got Iran there, you got Mongolia there, a number of elite nations. And Han stood on top of that podium. He's going to be a tough out. He is unseeded. Iran is unseeded. Mongolia is unseeded here, as is Kazakhstan. Now, these guys are all tough. Are they ready to beat Spencer Lee? I don't think so. I think Spencer enters this World Championships as one of the bigger favorites at any weight class. Maybe you would put Zare at heavyweight as a bigger favorite, but I think Spencer Lee is right up there. Now, I'm going to get into some of our international expert, John Kozak, some of his opinions. He believes that the favorite to win this weight is Spencer Lee, and obviously I'm in agreement there. He thinks the contenders at this weight, these are guys that could potentially make the finals or medal. Aman from India, this guy's super physical, really long, but I think he makes too many mistakes, right? I think for the context of beating Spencer Lee, I think he might get a takedown here or there. He wrestles really, really hard, but I think he makes too many mistakes. And one mistake doesn't just turn into some points against Spencer Lee. It turns into 8, 10, 12 points if necessary, because Spencer's ability to get on top and turn. If you only watch Spencer Lee wrestle folk style, the story for his freestyle is actually kind of similar. It's just a slightly different technical approach. When he got on top in folk style, he would get your wrist and he would roll you around, or he maybe would armbar you, run you over your head and pin you. In freestyle, he gets on top with a gut wrench and he can turn you over. He gets a leg lace. He's really tough. He can get a trap arm. He's very, very good from the top position, folk style and freestyle. And so he can turn your mistakes into his points very, very quickly. Abdullayev of Uzbekistan, Mektikhanov, Han, and Roman Bravo Young. That's who Kozak listed as the contenders. I would add one more name, and he wasn't listed in the preview because I believe because he wasn't listed or he wasn't registered at this weight. It's Haratunian from Armenia. This is a guy with a tech fall win over Roman Bravo Young, a guy who is placed at the world level. Could he potentially challenge Spencer Lee? Now, remember, he's also going to be unseeded. We don't know where he could be. He could be Spencer's first round match. Now, I think Spencer actually matches up incredibly well against Haratunian, because while Haratunian does have he's got a nice, powerful like post double leg, his parterre defense is so bad. He gets turned like a top. And there's very few wrestlers I would actually say that about in international wrestling, but Haratunian is so elite. To have this sort of vulnerability really stands out. And I've seen him get turned in a number of different matches, and I think if Spencer Lee had his chance, he would end up turning Haratunian multiple times. But this is a pretty deep weight class. There's a number of guys that could contend. And another American sort of angle here, Rin Sakamoto. Now, he represents Japan. He is Japanese, but he wrestles for Oklahoma State. He's the guy that wrestled Drake Ayala in the Oklahoma State-Iowa dual meet. And then Jimmy Kennedy was holding the sign that was in Japanese letters, but it said "calm down" in Japanese. If you remember that, if you watched that on the Big Ten Network, he's also in the field as well. But for me, this is Spencer Lee's weight class. And now Kozak's prediction was Spencer Lee gold, Aman from India bronze or silver, excuse me, Roman Bravo Young bronze, and Mektikhanov bronze. Now I would probably, if I could change whichever side Haratunian's on, I think he would take the bronze, potentially silver, if he's opposite Spencer Lee. I think Haratunian's that good. So it's an interesting weight class, an exciting weight class, and one that I believe America's Spencer Lee should win. And now for Spencer Lee, staying on top of an international podium is not new territory. He's a 3-time age level world champion, trying to get his first senior level gold. For Team USA, for us trying to get back into that team race, this is going to be a very, very important weight class. He's very much the flag carrier for Team USA. And I believe Spencer Lee brings it home, world gold in Croatia. You can watch it September 14th and 15th. Every match live on FloWrestling. I'm lucky enough I get to go with some of my good buddies from FloWrestling. We'll be there covering the event. You'll hear me on commentary and doing interviews and stand-ups like this. Thank you guys so much. If you have any questions about the World Championships, this weight class, or you want to make a prediction, put them in the comments section below.